So, in the last 12 months, our sales have dropped over 50% after doing over $1 million a year. I fired our suppliers, lost over 6 figures. Now I'm discontinuing our products and rebuilding the whole brand from scratch. I've moved into a new warehouse. We were named finalists at the London Packaging Awards. We started sourcing new materials from Asia and the UK, and I'm doing it all on my own from a desk in my bedroom without a team. This is the messy middle of rebuilding a luxury brand on your own. 18 months ago, the business was doing over $1 million a year. We were getting close to 2 million, and the business was growing between 50% and 100% year on year. Sales were great, inventory was moving, paid ads were working. However, the problem was I didn't know how profitable we were. I didn't even know if we were profitable. Our accountant that we had wasn't the best, let's just say that. And that led me to make decisions based on margins that I thought we didn't have in the business. And so I thought we were break even at best, or maybe slightly profitable. Because of this, I made the decision to downgrade our packaging, to try and find efficiencies in our products and production so that we could obviously improve our margin. However, 6 months later, once our accounts got updated, and once I started using AI and ChatGPT to go through everything in detail to try and understand how to actually read a set of accounts properly, I realized that actually the way we were accounting wasn't the correct way for our type of business, which is very product heavy. A lot of our costs are invested in products, and so we're actually more profitable than I thought we were. But I had already invested in making products with this newer packaging, which wasn't the same quality. And in doing so, I moved away from the vision of the brand, what we originally set out to produce and what the brand's goals and visions were. And as a consequence, our products started to feel less premium, our reviews started to decline, and obviously that leads to a decline in sales. The thing that annoys me the most is that I went against my brand's vision and goals and everything that I set out to create when I started the company. In hindsight, looking back, it wasn't the ads or the algorithm or something external. It was a set of decisions that I made based on information that I had at the time. The next thing that really screwed me over in the last 12 months has been our supplier. I've had the same supplier for the last 2 years, but in the last 12 months, their quality, their efficiency, and their consistency has really declined. As a result, the quality of the product did not meet the same expectation or the same level as it was previously. For a brand that sells cosmetics and perfume, the consistency, the quality, the fragrance is absolutely important from batch to batch. So I ended up disputing all these invoices from my supplier. I ended up threatening them with legal action. I ended up firing them, and the cost of all this has been probably close to £150,000 in lost revenue, in lost sales, in real operating costs to the business. I think all of these issues in hindsight has been a good thing for me and the brand, because what it's taught me is that I've had to kind of re-look at what made the brand special in the first place. Why were people buying our product? Why were we getting good reviews? And I ended up doing surveys with our customers and speaking to a lot of them, sending some samples as well. And the main reasons people were buying our brand was because of primarily the packaging and the presentation of the product, which is what my initial goal was when creating this company. I wanted to launch something special and unique, and by changing that packaging, I made it more generic. So I had drifted from the original vision and mission of the brand. I also learned that half of our buyers are actually women, and they're buying the products for their partners. Some of them actually buy it for themselves, even though they don't have beards. However, I realized that our products make amazing gifts, and so these are all areas going forward that the brand will be focusing on a lot more. Which brings me on to what the business will look like going forward. For me, it's re-establishing the vision of the brand, why we stood out, why our products got good reviews. So some of the changes that we've already made are moving over into a newer house. We're using newer suppliers, we're changing our packaging, we're really going back to that creativity, the uniqueness, the statement making products that I originally intended them to be. In Q4, we're planning to do another drop, and we're just going to make them in small batches. The products aren't going to be cheap, but the packaging will be incredible, the formulations will be incredible. To make an excellent product, it costs a lot of time and it costs quite a bit of money. So I've invested everything I have into this, so it's either going to work or I'm gonna have to go back to my day job. So the plan is that I want to show you behind the scenes what it looks like to basically run my company and create our products, the difficulties involved. Some things will work, some things won't, but I'll show you either way.